Two games with female protagonists have been revealed recently, and the internet was up in arms for the good part of 5 minutes until another key was dangled in front of us, and like a good little sheep, we moved on to the next thing. In both cases, we can see how the discourse has become toxic, and people who would like to censor video games are fighting for the control of interpretations. In the case of Laufey from God of War, Laufey, however you pronounce it, she looks different from her actress, and people would try to tell her not to believe your lying eyes and disregard obvious changes. This has been a trend for a while, where an actress would be used for mocap for a video game, and the end result would make her look less appealing and uglier or older than her original model. This does not seem to be the case for men, as they seem to be portrayed correctly, and for whatever reason, this also does not seem to be the case for Deborah Wilson, who is in every goddamn game these days, and she always looks close to how she looks in real life. For some people, every woman needs to be appropriated for the American culture and look fat, ugly, and in no way or shape aspirational. They call it realism, but in my opinion, this doesn't really hold. People playing video games usually want to escape reality, and video game heroes should be aspirational. You want to imagine yourself in their shoes. Around 67 to 70% of American women are obese, so I doubt they would like to look at the video game, if they're actually playing the video game, and be reminded, yeah, you know what, this is how I look like, and on the screen you see a fat fuck. Like, if I wanted to play someone ugly, I would turn off the video game and just go live my life. This is what I usually do. You usually don't see men complaining about muscular video game characters because, well, we want to be that. Or at least imagine ourselves as that, so we can be a cool guy doing cool shit. Men don't look at Kratos and think, damn, this is an unrealistic expectation. They think, damn, I should probably hit the gym. And this is also the case for women. Most characters that are popular with women and are cosplayed by women are the attractive characters. You could see a lot of women cosplaying Ada Wong, Lara Croft, Ciri, 2B, Eve from Stellar Blade, Bayonetta. You don't see them cosplaying all those modern characters for modern audiences. But I don't think this is only maliciousness. I also think this is a profound lack of talent. You see Eastern devs creating appealing characters all the time and doing a good job at it. And when Western devs don't change anything, it looks at least good. It's when they want to fix how women look, it shows. They lack the talent to enforce their worldview, be it in aesthetics, because they're making uncanny valley versions of actresses, or even storytelling, by making terrible stories that rely on hijacking established characters. Then, to hide that fact, this content is labeled as misogyny, since with this defense they don't need to address anything. Malicious misinterpretation works as misdirection. There is no need to engage your opponent if you have labeled them as simply evil. However, this means that instances that prove them wrong also need to be dismantled. Bayonetta was problematic until she wasn't. Eve was apparently made by someone who has never seen a real woman, while ignoring the fact that she was modeled based on a woman. Now there is Evie, who is a pedobait, since petite women apparently do not exist, and the people that actually acknowledge their existence can sometimes see them as pedobait. This cosplay has been a subject of controversy for many weird people. One easily noticeable thing is they always go for the worst possible interpretation in order to deal maximum damage. For years it was sexualization, but petite characters got the pedobait moniker, and Evie is just another example of that. Anything to slander the character. If they don't, this character can be used as a counter-example for the misogyny of gamers. They probably don't even do this consciously. For them, female characters can only exist in two ways: against men and for men. This is, funnily enough, not only centering the entire idea of femininity around the male viewpoint, it also reduces those characters to merely tools for their worldview. They have to be better than the previous male protagonist, preferably beat them and humiliate them. And if they can't bury a popular character that they think is for men, they will try to co-opt them after a while. If you point any of this out, they will feign ignorance and maliciously misinterpret anything you say. If a character is poorly created but supports their worldview, you are a misogynistic pig for not wanting to play them. If a character is well designed but does not support their worldview, or is, as it usually is the case, neutral, you are a gooner or a pedo. In the end, the best thing we can do is point out what is happening and call people out for their bullshit. Sunlight is the best disinfectant, and if we're persistent enough, this strategy will also lose its power, just like being labeled a misogynist or a racist. This is in everyone's best interest. It doesn't matter if you are a hard righty, the gayest man alive, or a devout socialist. This approach is poisonous to anything it champions, and it turns the public paranoid. Any sincere LGBT story will be crucified by association, and you only have complacency to blame because the public has neither time nor responsibility to engage with you if they got burned so many times. Fortunately, my view that you cannot force people to believe what isn't real for long seems to hold true. The world always catches up to you, and there is nothing you can do to change that fact. Bad games continue to flop, studios close down, and they can't be supported by established IPs anymore. The wolves are running out of sheep, and they might as well turn on each other. This does not mean that we should be passive though. They often use appeal to triviality, since this is the last chance for them to get what they want. Call it out, support what you feel is genuine, take care of yourselves, that will be it. Cheers.